Stay ahead of the curve. Tune in to Discovering Robopunk.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Discovering Robopunk. Today, we're talking about how it happened. How did we get here with Robopunk? We talked about what Robopunk is before, and now we're going to be talking about how we got here and how it happened. I'm joined by Alexandra, COO of Chart Raiders.
Hello.
Also the co-author, co-writer of the Chart Raiders book, and I'm the CEO, Cotton Candy TA. In the last episode of this, we discussed what Robopunk was. Now we need to discuss how it happened. You know, for those of you who didn't watch the other one, Robopunk is a subgenre world that we created that's kind of the last stage of humanity before extinction. It's a follow-up to the cyberpunk world where consumerism killed freedom of speech and Robopunk kills freedom of thought. So the evolution of losing ourselves as a species.
Yeah.
So how did it happen? How did it happen over time? What is the first signs of Robopunk taking away freedom of thought?
I think it's little trade-offs that we do.
Yeah.
Little trade-offs that we do every day. If you think about when we all first started getting cell phones, smartphones specifically.
Yeah.
That was a really pivotal moment, I believe, in human history. And we have things like Google Maps or Maps, your iPhone Maps app, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They help us navigate.
Conveniences.
Super convenient. Yeah. Amazingly convenient. It even tells you where the traffic is. It tells you how long it's going to take you to get there, and you can plan. Now, all of a sudden, you can be more efficient than ever with your time.
Yeah.
I think that's like step one, or one of around the area or the era of step one for this.
Yeah, I think you just exposed one of the key founding pieces of it is smart things and automation.
Yeah.
I think when technology lives life for us, because it's taken out the ability to make decisions, you've basically killed freedom of thought. You have something else living your life for you. Therefore, you're becoming more complacent, you're physically getting weaker. You're just all over the map. You're not using your mind as much anymore. You are losing basically everything we talk about, freedom of thought.
Yeah. And if you look at all these little things in silos, nothing's a big deal. It's all actually massively helpful, great, can lead to further innovation.
And it's not nefarious either.
No.
Like these are great things, as you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't created to control. They weren't created for any... They
were created with good intent.
Correct. And it's more the combination of things like this with human nature and what we are and what we can't say no to, and our inclination to be lazy or to want to be super comfortable and safe.
Yeah, and I think this is just a combination of humans. Like collectively, we've adopted all of these things that make our life so easy. We're not really even living it anymore. Like we still are. I don't want to go so far off the deep end now, say, oh yeah, we're not living, everything's living for us. No, like we're still living, but piece by piece as time goes on, because you have to look at this two ways. How did it happen over time? And how is it happening over now? Over time, automation came in. Now we look to create more conveniences in our life because we're running out of time.
Yep.
And a human who has no time, who's constantly looking for more ways to live conveniently, has no more freedom of thought because it's almost like your day is planned out. You sit in your car, you know what you're doing. You click a button, bang, you're on your way to work. Everything you do is so planned out. You have an alarm and you wake up from it. That's a great thing. But you wake up from an alarm, the first thing you do is check your TikTok, and then you have this timeline that you have to live on, and everything is tight because of economic reasons and society, and everything helps us get there faster. Like our life is almost being lived for us. Like we have lost freedom of thought, and it's automation and these safety systems, smart systems, automation.
Yeah.
Again, they were not nefarious. They were great creations for their time, but collectively we have overdid this.
Absolutely. Well, I think we have gone from being in survival mode where we're having to worry about physical things threatening our safety. So, you know, is the lion going to kill me and my family while we're sleeping? Do we have enough food? Have we hunted? Do we have to harvest the lands? That is our survival instincts.
Our primal nature.
Yeah, we have entered into this mechanism of survival, but in a digital world or a digitized world or a world where things are automated. Yeah. And that's a really interesting thing that we haven't really dove into or reflected on enough as a society, in my opinion.
We haven't opened any discussions. This is why Robopunk is so important, because it's a snapshot into the future of all the poor choices made from the past.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's just, we're not properly evaluating the consequences of our choices.
Yeah.
Yes, it's convenient, but then what am I giving up? So for example, like when we go back to having a navigation system in your phone, at your hand, at your fingertips, we as humans have lost the ability to navigate ourselves without it.
Yeah, I don't know which way north is anymore. I used to.
Exactly. As generationally speaking, we're not teaching our kids how to read a map, how to use a map, how any of that
What
stuff.
happens when the cell phone goes dark? Well, we're useless as humans. Like the reliance we have is astounding.
The panic, even that, just think of that for a second. It's almost like your cell phone gives you the illusion that you're mobile. It's literally called a mobile device.
Yeah.
The second it dies, you are going to shackle yourself. You need to plug it in. You're rushing. People are stressed. Yo, you have a charger? Are you sure? I have to go buy a charger. Like the option of not having it is just simply not there.
No,
that's a red flag number one. Like just think of that for a second.
Yeah.
Go 2 weeks without your cell phone.
Yeah, I don't think you could.
Businesses would shut down.
Yeah, for sure. Well, this is how it happened over time. This is how it happened is like all of these great things with the birth of the internet and all technology and everything is, we have a responsibility because the warning signs are there. Mm-hmm. And we are at a crossroad right now in humanity where this could be the final stage of humanity. We might go extinct as a species because what happens next with Robopunk and this ideology that we live by is we just talked about how it happened over time and how it's happening now. But what happens next? Well, human beings continue to become more reliant on technology. They get weaker. We lose more abilities. Our instinctual primal abilities to pick up an axe and swing it and chop wood, to go and lift materials, or our primal instincts are constantly going away. And if you don't use them, you lose them. And that goes for your brain. That goes for the will to live. That goes for everything. That goes for ambition. We have systems telling us how to live. So gone are the primal instincts. Yep,
totally. And I think the interesting thing is, even if you're aware of this, you have no choice but to participate in this also out of survival, because you can't think of yourself. You're trying to launch a software. You can't not have your phone.
No, I can't do it.
Right. But we can be aware of all these things. But as a society, it has to be like a collective reflection where everybody realizes that this is going on to really stop it. And is that possible? I don't know.
So one of the things that I see is right now, the physical strength aspect of it, human beings and physical strength. The more reliant on technology and complacent we get, the longer we have to sit in a car to travel to work every day, the more we have to sit in front of a computer, and the less we're standing. You see it now, and you see it with posture. Everybody's posture is cooked now. Yeah. Everybody has terrible posture. This is one of the effects of Robopunk, of losing freedom of thought. We don't have the ability to choose anymore. We think we have it, but we don't. We
choose from the boxes that they give us.
Do you want to work from home, or do you want to work at the office? That's it. And you're sitting at a computer in both places. Like, that's a physical trait, a physical strength that we are losing due to Robopunk and due to the loss of all of these things.
Mm-hmm. Totally.